Hi, Daddy. What you doing?
You doing the regatta shuffle right now? Oh, a little scullin' and scoopin'. Some come style and take. Well, let's go. Skull with your left foot. Skull with your right.
Yo, it's your boy Dyson Knight. Sup'm Show episode 147. I think. No, I know. A lot of corn liable to get mash in this episode. Special consideration should be taken to avoid watching this if you are going through, recovering from, or benefiting from being the abuser in an abusive relationship. Also, if you are a jealous partner who can't control your thoughts and emotions from spiraling towards unhealthy conclusions, try taking this conversation in micro doses. Now, here's my twisted mind at work. Will and Jada is an excellent example of a successful relationship. I believe that they cracked the code when they told the world, no one can make you happy. And I believe this is a message all men need to pay attention to. Okay. The recent buzz is this interview where it seems like she is leading people to believe that the reason she painted herself as an adulterous wife was to protect the reputation of her husband. And hearing the way the audience responded, I could hear some of this going on. It made me wonder, could it be that there are millions of women out there that think exactly the same way as Jada? It's something to talk about. So let's confer with a few brilliant minds to try to unlock the Smiths. What is really good, people?
All is good. Everything is good.
I was trying to decide if I should back out now after that introduction. I was trying to come up with an excuse. Whew.
No, man. I mean, all right.
No, I'm saying because the thing about our show is we usually don't prep much. We just kind of speak from the heart. So
we going with that. We keeping that. Don't mind
Okay.
me. I just trying to
All
set
right.
the stage early. I want to set the stage early. You see what I'm saying? So I did a little something. But y'all think Will and Jada just taking us for a ride? I mean, doesn't it seem like, because Will is a successful dude. Like, he doesn't seem like the type who makes many mistakes. Or he's made a lot of mistakes early and in the realm of entertainment. When I'm talking about mistakes, I don't mean like missing spill the milk or, like things like that. He seems to, even if things don't go the way he wanted to go, he seems to have the intelligence to maneuver it into something
Beneficial.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but then we're talking about relationships, men and women. That's a whole different story. And being
You
a
think
good
they got real
businessman.
issues and they're just
Yeah.
taking us for a ride? You don't think their whole
I
marriage is
think
like
they
a
have. I
farce?
think there's real issues, and trying not to cast too much judgment. But look at the children. So I
Oh.
mean, when I say look at the children, I don't mean like they're out to destroy the world, but I mean that
They're
the
different.
children, if you,
They're
they're
unique.
not only
They're
not
free
only different,
thinkers. They're
they're
free
not only
thinkers.
different, but they both admitted to some lack of guidance in their life. Right?
So they
They
ain't
both
gonna cut it.
they both lacked to some inadequate. They both admitted to some inadequacies in their parent relationship. So look at the children.
It's not real
If you want
black
to
parents
answer your
think that. They don't
question,
beat.
if you want to answer that question, the question you just asked.
All right. So you think it's legit.
I think it's legit. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying. I'm saying I don't think they're faking. I think it's legit.
All right, let's catch up. Let me play something that's about 3 minutes long. And see if we could just bring everybody up to speed on it, because some people may not know. This is 5 years ago now, and we still kind of talking about it now because, like I say, I believe Will and Jada just calculated. I think y'all will not forget us. Y'all will not stop talking about us. So
Oh,
let me
maybe
just
keep asking.
let me just go back 5 years if I can get this thing to play proper. Let's see here. Show.
Smith brought herself to the red table, and surprisingly, her husband Will Smith joined her. They talked about pain, healing, and yes, Jada's entanglement with August Alsina.
It's all love.
Recently, Alsina revealed to the world that he was involved in a relationship with Jada while she was still married. And even though statements were released denying the affair, Pinkett Smith is now reluctantly confirming that the relationship did indeed exist.
It's a situation that I considered private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business. But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
During the 12-minute Red Table Talk episode, Jada sat down with Will to explain how she met August 4.5 years ago. But the friendship didn't turn into something more until she and Will were ready to call it quits.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
Yes, we know entanglement is vague as hell, but thankfully, Will pressed her to be more clear.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to sleep with his wife.
The only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. Yeah. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker.
Now, if you're like us, you're probably wondering why August? Well, we'll let Jada explain it.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Eventually, August broke things off and they haven't really talked since. And the Smiths claim they are now stronger than ever.
We ride together.
We die together.
Bad marriage for life.
I think that's real as hell.
Exactly. It is real.
I wasn't sure back then. There's a couple of things, but there's so much to unpack in a couple of minutes. But I think it's real as hell. Nobody ever said marriages are easy, and anybody who says that, or expects that, you're living in a fairy tale. However, I don't know. It just, watching that, it's still hard for me to watch as a man and as a Will Smith fan since Parents Just Don't Understand days. And people who ain't old enough don't even know what that is, right? So I've been a fan since Parents Just Don't Understand. Since then, I've been a fan of Will Smith. And watching that is still difficult because even if they were both equally culpable in whatever it is they're going through, only one side was really brought forward. And from what I remember from that interview, he came out looking worse than she did. And I think I said that when we spoke about this the last time. He came out looking worse than she did, which is why she's now saying, or trying to reverse the whole effect and make him look a little better. She's now trying to say that because he had some other challenges afterwards. You see what I'm saying? So now his stock has continued to tank since that interview. And tell me I lied. Everything that's been happening since then has kind of gone down here since then, right? So he's come out on the bad end of that interview, in my opinion.
Let me see if I can quickly pull up what you're talking about, which is
which one you gonna pull?
This recent. Hold on, which one is it? Yeah, it's this one. Okay, let's look at this. That's the wrong one.
I think this is the one I was trying to watch, and I couldn't really get much.
this the wrong. There's so many different ones up here. Yeah, clips of it that I have it. Okay. Oh, wait. This is it? Yeah.
We come to
Can
the
you all see this?
table,
Yeah, this is it.
and Will's not ready. He's not ready. And he's kind of backtracking. And he's going through this motion. And I'm like, so I'm like, well, I'm going to have to speak my truth. But I'm also going to protect you. So if I got to look like the adulterous wife to make sure you're good, I'm going to do it. Y'all. So, and that wasn't the case. But I wanted him to be okay.
All right. Okay.
I don't understand the confusion. Like with what did this clip say different than what was to the table? Because Will said they both agreed that they were done, they were separated, and all of that before she had a relationship. They just weren't divorced. So what's different than what she's saying in that 3-year-old video that was just played? Because I need y'all to know that video isn't recent.
No.
So it ain't like them trying to hook people back in. That video is old.
But here's the thing, though. They're still together.
Yes, they're still married.
Well, let's get to that, right? But I mean, listening to what she said, first of all, I don't like when people say "my truth," because my truth always turns into something self-serving.
He grew up together.
And the truth is not self-serving. The truth is just the truth. There's no emotions. It doesn't belong to anybody. It's just the truth.
Okay,
right?
so what is
So if you're going to take the truth as what they said at the red table, those who listened and are half intelligent didn't come out of the red table saying she cheated on Will. That's not what anybody said. The people I was talking to, that's not what anybody said.
So what did the stupid people say?
Well, I don't listen to a lot of stupid people.
I mean, because you say the people who are half intelligent or intelligent thought the same thing.
Apparently, she thought she looked like an adulterous wife. And that's not what I saw. I saw a man who lost his relationship or lost his connection with his wife, but her actions, because they were still married regardless whether they broke up or not, they were still married.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because if the table was flipped, we wouldn't be here defending Will.
It was.
You know what I'm saying? Though? Nobody's defending Will. Nobody's defending Will.
She said she was defending him.
Right, but nobody else is. So he's the only person who comes out looking humiliated.
Right.
And even now, with her saying that she fell on a sword for him, once again, it's like she was the hero and she saved him. She protected him. When he, number one, is at fault for whatever behavior, whatever he did or didn't do. That's the number one thing, is he's the number one person at fault. And number two, she's not helping him look any better. She's not. She didn't help it. She didn't help then, and it's not helping now.
I mean, but that's just an opinion. You don't know what she did, if that affected them in a positive way or not. At the end of that, I'm trying to understand what you're saying, because it apparently
I can't speak to how it affected them.
I can't speak to how it affected them. But that's the only thing that should matter, is how it affected them.
Let's see how.
We don't even know if that's the truth at all.
Exactly.
We don't know.
So what if
we're here on the show? We're here on the show having a discussion about our opinions. This is what the show is. So
let me.
So from myself and many of the persons I heard speak about it, point of view,
Mm-hmm.
and even to this day, and most of these guys are men, say, look, bro, and women may never understand this, but he comes out looking bad. He does. And he knows that.
I get it, but let's backtrack, because you said something that I had a very interesting conversation with my girlfriend about when it comes to my truth. I said the exact same thing that you said. I said, I can't, it irk my soul to hear people say my truth as if it's a variation of the truth. There is no variation of the truth. It's just the truth. But here's the explanation that I had to consider. In the situation like Jada and Will, her son's friend, who she was in this entanglement with, as far as he know or may have known, the relationship between Jada and Will was basically done. However, he only may have known that from Jada. Therefore, his truth would have been that Jada and Will are done. It is okay for me to have this entanglement with Jada. That would classify as his truth. Why?
What he said, though.
I know, but I'm just saying for the sake of explaining what people mean what people may mean when they say my truth. But here's what I had to say about that. I was like, I understand. That is your version. That is your truth. However, your truth is a lie.
Well, bro, I would say, bro, you're talking about perspective. And
I was thinking
perspective is when you add your opinion to the truth. Usually, it don't even have to be.
But what I'm saying is,
it could be your opinion to a lie too. But when you add your opinion to a truth or a lie, whatever the story is, that's your perspective. But the truth is just the truth.
You just gave a definition of what. So my truth is not the truth. My truth is a perception.
Yeah, that's how you see what's happening in front of you with your information.
Right. And I think it's helpful for us as a people, man and women, not man versus woman, but versus when we have to powwow some things out to get a common understanding. I think calling it a perception does a lot for a conversation between two people. Because if you say it's my truth, to me, I feel you're saying that I'm discarding anything and everything else that can be said about this, because this is my rock solid. This is my truth. This is the way I experience this. This is real to me. And I think by society creating these words and phrases to misrepresent a feeling or an emotion puts us in a place of immovability, which makes it hard for you to continue the conversation. It makes it hard for you to get anywhere in the conversation. Because as far as I'm concerned, I would duck. That's not your truth. That's your perception. And as far as you're saying, what I'm telling you is that I'm calling you a liar. I'm not validating your feelings. I only care about being right. You know why?
But the thing with those terms too, bro, and we have a new term that comes up every week in social media. There's a new something, right? To call somebody, or a new way to describe yourself. I'm a passive aggressive, whatever. That's old, but I can't even think of anything new. But I'm saying what the problem with those things is, and why we have difficulties when we use them and we try to use them as a part of our argument, is that they're not based on any type of foundation. Usually they're not based on any foundation. It's just something that sounds good, some words some people put together, and then they use it over and over, and it gets some clicks when you say it, and so it gets popular. So my truth sounds like a powerful statement. That's my truth. And that actually, to me, trying to be as logical as they possibly can, that means nothing. All it means is what you see and understand, which could be 10% of the truth, right? So just like you said, no, when people say that, people don't even conceive that they only have 10% of the truth when they say that. As far as they're concerned, they have all the truth because it's my truth. But it being your truth, and that may be so, that may be an accurate way to describe it. It may be your truth, but that doesn't mean it's the truth. You understand? It just doesn't. And you have to be able to accept that when you say my truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
Sorry to interrupt.
I've never used that term, so
Exactly.
See, Hans, and you know what? It's really it's becoming too safe for us having Hans on the show.
Ah, boy, here we go.
I told you, go in the corner and find somebody who don't have no sense. Instead, you go and find some educated.
I put JP on the job, man.
Joke. Hey, hold on, put it back on me. Put it back on me, please.
Okay.
Put it back on me, please.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a joke. That's a joke. I want to be clear. That's a joke.
Right.
All right.
Joking.
But it's refreshing.
Joke.
Yeah, laugh, please. All right, put the Eagle Maniac on.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, JP.
This guy. At least he's consistent.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, and that is his truth.
That is his truth. That is absolutely his truth. All right, so
hey, but you know what? No, that is my truth, though. I'm pretending truth. It's the truth. That's the difference.
No, he's not.
So then that would just be the truth, not your truth, just the truth.
Exactly. I don't use that term, by the way. And by the way, let me tell you the truth.
Let me take it back. Y'all just saw how Jada publicly positioned herself as the adulterous one to protect Will. All right. And at the end, she said it's not the case. All of this is her truth. But let me go through the chronological. But you don't believe?
I don't believe this new interview. I don't believe it.
It's not new.
Well, okay, yes, it's not new. It's a new. It's the new buzz, right? But here's
I don't believe she fell on a sword to try to save him, because what she said in the beginning. Listen to what she said. He comes to the table and he's not ready. Obviously, he didn't want. He's having second thoughts. He didn't want to do it.
Right.
He came to the table.
Which is another reason why I say
he came to the table unprepared. He's flaky and he wants to back out. Isn't that what she said?
Yeah.
Okay.
She did say
so that sounds to me like, you know what? He was like, you know what? I probably shouldn't do this. That was his logical mind trying to tell him, stop, bro. Don't do it.
That could have been it, or it could have been. I saw another part of that. Well, I watched the whole table talk, but where he had just came from on set doing something different, and he wasn't physically ready. So it could have been that too.
Physically ready, like he had his
prepared.
He's having a wardrobe malfunction, like Johnny Jackson.
Like he wasn't full on prepared, like he would if he were going to an interview. He wasn't all the way clean cut. He literally looked a bit disheveled. You know what I mean? So it could have also been that he didn't feel like ready, but they were about to hit action.
Let me go through some things. I won't even call them facts. I'll just call them discoveries. You can fact check them, please. Jada met her son's friend in 2015. She was supposedly dating him in 2016.
When you finished.
August talked about being in the relationship. August is her son's friend. Her son's friend talked about being in a relationship with his friend's mom.
Listen here. May I? Well, you want to
let me. Okay. In a relationship with his friend's mom on the breakfast show in June of 2020. Jada confirms the relationship on the Red Table show on July 10th. June 30th was the breakfast show, and the red table show was July 10th. So August spilled the beans first, then damage control time on July 10th. Assuming, okay? And Jada calls the situation an entanglement, the relationship, she calls it an entanglement. Get this now.
Like that.
Her son's friend, who she was in a relationship with.
How old was he at the time? Do we know?
He's of age. He's like in his late 20s, early 30s.
Great.
And he released a song called Entanglement on July 19th of 2020. Red Table Show July 10th. Entanglement song releases on July 19th. However, the song was on his album, The Product 3, State of Emergency, from the month before. That was released the month before. They just started promoting this Entanglement song shortly after the Red Table Show. Now, you all just asked the question, well, where Doc gone? Oh, there he is. How you jump off the show, babe, when I wasn't watching? You get mad and quit?
Like what you done?
He's so hard right now with the internet. Yeah. So my point was all of the dates kind of point towards, because this from 2015 meeting him to 2020 when all this business coming out, that's 5 years. That's 5 years of people still thinking that this young man was just a friend of Jada's son. This dude then being on the family trip to Hawaii, they then being seen out in the open many a times, and people just was thinking, plenty of
that.
People just was thinking, oh, this is just a friend, right, of the family, or she was mentoring or something like that. When all the while, what they say, but you're back.
It gets blown out.
All right.
But you see her and Will, though, say that wasn't nobody's business.
Listen to me.
So I mean, do whatever say that.
May I?
Yes.
Please.
All right. So the whole situation with the whole entitlement thing, right? Listen, people do what they do behind closed doors, out of closed doors, well, whatever, right? People do what they do. Everybody's an adult, right?
Right.
I don't have an issue with none of that. The only thing I have a slight about is if the situation was reversed, this would have been a bigger issue. And we all know that. And when I say a bigger issue, hold on, from this perspective right here, right?
But before you, I just want to ask what situation? Like when you say if it was reversed, what part of it?
The whole, that's what I was about to say.
Okay.
The whole entanglement situation with Jada messing around with her son's friend.
If that was Will messing around with Willow's friend,
it would have been the biggest thing in the world. That's why I don't agree with the whole double standard thing.
Guys.
Yes.
But the thing, okay, to what you just said, if it were the other way around and he was with one of his daughter's adult friends, it would have been a big deal.
Absolutely.
Right? But the situation with Jada and her son's friend is a big deal.
No.
It is.
Don't try to minimize. Don't minimize it.
No, pause.
Don't minimize it.
No. Tell me.
No.
The guys, just
okay.
like y'all say.
Okay.
The guys
that is her truth.
No,
that is Anne's truth.
Thank
that
you,
is Anne's truth.
No, not Anne's truth. What is the truth? What is the truth? Don't hear me out.
I see what you did.
Literally, three of y'all. And probably every man that I see comment on it.
Come on.
Are all having a big? Oh, this
no,
is such a bad thing.
It's not
the same outrage. It's the same outrage.
Now hold on. Now, so what's this now?
Outrage.
Watch this. You're gonna do the same as what you always do on this show, and even in the group chat. Now watch this right here, right? Either you're gonna minimize what I'm saying, or you're gonna act as if it's not a big deal. And we all know worldwide, if it had been Will, the whole world would have been more in an uproar than it would, because it's Jada, it's okay. You know what she gets? You go, girl. You do your thing. If it had been, hold on.
But from who?
Come on now.
The same people who was in the audience when she said,
But she was in a
It's her
room
truth.
of women. That's my point. So it's literally the opposite sex would have been outraged. It's the same thing.
No.
Okay.
Women.
All right. Now listen, let's take this to a different gear. Let's discuss the reality that we have, the perception that this is not stage. This is a dysfunctional relationship. This is something not what is in the ending at the romance movies, right? Not a match made in heaven, or maybe a match made in heaven. I made a statement in the intro. This is an example of a successful relationship. I've spent 10 years working at a couples resorts, met couples who just got married and who had been married for 50 plus years. The common ground with the long-term relationships is always we are together because we choose to stay together. Relationships today, however, seem to lack this tenacity, seem to lack this ability to sit at a red table face to face and have a conversation openly, not just open between you and the other person, but openly in front of friends, in front of families, in front of the world, and say, this is my person. I know this person was getting her back blown all the way out.
While he's probably blowing out backs, allegedly.
All on there.
No, but seriously, it
feel good again, remember?
Yeah, she wanted to feel like Ali Berry in the Monsters Ball. Make me feel good. And listen. The objective of this show, one of the main objectives of this show, is for us all to feel good. And the understanding why I say I think they cracked the code is because they say something that I've been repeating for several years now. And it's something that I didn't grow up understanding because it wasn't taught to me. And that is that there's I experienced it in one relationship. I'll talk about that. I've said that before. Is understanding that no matter what you do, it does not guarantee the happiness of the person you're doing it for.
True.
That's a fact.
You could do exactly what they say they do, and they could be happy at the exact time you complete doing it. But as the song goes, what have you done for me lately?
But who has those thoughts the most, though?
Boy,
no.
Angels on. Lead that part of the conversation. I can let you lead that part of the conversation. It's on you, bro.
Listen,
you leading.
What you said just now was a mouthful, right? And I commend you. It was a little too long, but it was a mouthful. I commend you. Right?
Gotta work on hurrying it up. I gotta work on hurrying it up.
It started to go into the realms of nothingness. But at the same time, that very last word that you said, what have you done for me lately? Who goes by that notion the most?
Men.
I get your point, JP. I get your point, JP. And this is why I need to have this conversation with women. A friend of mine, more of an associate, but a person who I respect. Jesus, he did a Facebook Live.
Mute her mic.
Harrison Thompson. Harrison Thompson, I shared the group. I shared the live in the group chat last night, and he did a live. He's a therapist, and he does a lot of couples therapy. And in the chat, JP, in the chat, if it was 5 men in there, it was 500 women.
There you go. Sell them a dream, bro. You get rich.
Bro, men don't like therapy, bro. Men don't like any type of therapy. You don't even like medical.
That's what it said
like
to
medical
me.
doctors. You don't even like medical doctors. You really think we can like therapists?
Correct.
No, men don't like therapy. Don't like.
I
think it's because
crazy last night in the group chat then. So everybody was crazy in that. Everybody, the majority of you was crazy in there.
No, you know what I observed in the group chat, other than the fact that the people that needed to hear what he was saying wasn't there, which was the men, was that a lot of women were doing the laughy faces to a lot of the serious nuggets that I think either they should have absorbed or men should have absorbed. And even though he delivered the live in an informative and entertaining way, like he had some jokes and there were some things he said was funny, but I think, and maybe it's that thing like people do when they laugh off their discomfort, like things that make them uncomfortable, they just, try to joke about it. But I felt that what he did and the way he did it was masterful, because he got to say, and I have to learn this, he got to say a lot of things to women's faces. And his wife was nearby in earshot too, because you could hear every now and again in the live. He got to say what he had to say to women's faces that if we were to, let me say me, I ain't gonna say we. In my experience, saying the exact same thing would start a war. Now, one of the things he said, I'll borrow it, is that you first have to validate her feelings before she is able to receive your facts and your logic.
No.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said.
No.
But you know what the women said? Women was in there like,
yeah, come on, he's doing it. Come on. Yeah, ready to buy his course.
I think that's the wrong finger, bro.
I agree.
It's the wrong one?
Give me the facts.
Yeah, I think
it's the middle one. It's the middle one.
Oh,
okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Continue.
All right. So yeah, I strongly believe that we have to find a way to communicate. And this is what I had for y'all, 3 of y'all are married and 2 of y'all have been married for an extremely long time, right? A long time. And
Drink that. Hey, continue.
And I have to ask this, especially to get me, put you in the center. I mean, both of you probably answer the same, but don't you have to go into your simp bag to deal with your wife some of the time?
No.
That's probably if we did that, bro, there'd be less arguing.
Exactly.
There'd be less arguing if you go in your simp bag.
What I always tell you.
So wait, so what's in the simp bag?
I don't even know what you're talking about. But whatever is in that bag, it was mean to me. But I'm understanding him to say.
Ain't nothing I talk. She right here. So it ain't no She right here. So yeah.
I said, what the flip you did to your fingernail, babe? The flip you did to your fingernail, babe.
So ain't nothing.
I was trying to figure out where to get this fake hand from.
So you know, he's pull a gun out every now and again, pull a fake hand out.
It looks so real, man. It's like, looks pretty real.
It's an AI with this automatic robot. It's advanced this Tesla robot. All right, no, but in the simp bag is let me do this thing so I don't have to hear him out.
Yeah, but what does that look like? What's the thing?
You know what I'm gonna say, Dyson?
Here's
a small what's the word I'm gonna use here? Just a small little twist on that, right? I understand where you come from 100%, right? But what you have to understand is that how you start a relationship is majority of the time how it's gonna be, how it's gonna continue. Right?
Okay.
Now, you will have those type of men that start a relationship in a certain way, and then mid a relationship or further along in the relationship, they want to change the dynamics of it. That's not so easy to do because you already got her used to, things being a certain way.
Right.
You understand? So, so do you all follow where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So, to answer your question, right? To get into your simp bag, no. It all depends on how you came into that relationship from jump. Now, if you came in the relationship on some simp and shit, and you've been in your simp bag for years, 5, 10 years, and all of a sudden on year number 15, you want to get out of your simp bag, that ain't gonna work.
Yo, what's in the simp bag, man? Give me 3 things in the simp bag.
Three things, and
You give one.
Dyson gave a good example.
Hold on. Let her give one. What do you think one is?
I don't know.
she don't know.
She
So
doesn't know.
I was trying to give it.
She's not gonna know.
Please, thank you, Dyson.
I'll say in general, it's any point that you know or anything that you know does not make sense, but you do it for the sake of her happiness or her
Happy wife,
safety
happy life is in the simp bag.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
yes.
But wait,
That's printed on the bag. Happy wife, happy life. That's actually printed on the bag.
that's on the bag. That's on the bag. Okay.
Bye.
I mean, but what about happy
wife,
spouse,
happy
happy
life.
house?
That's great.
Anyway.
That's great. No, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome. Happy house, happy spouse. That's
So
great.
one-sided happiness relationship that on the simp bag.
Of course.
Right? Okay.
Yes.
And I could see okay. Nothing. It shouldn't be one-sided.
But Dyson's
now, what
question,
in it?
though. Dyson's question. You already said. He said. Your question was, what? How many times did you go in the simp bag to do what?
Do you? How often do you have to go into your simp
How
bag
often you have to go into the simp bag?
to deal with your wife
And she's asking
in relation?
He's asking what's in the bag.
What's in the
Right.
in the bag?
Before you all answer that, so what in the bag? What y'all is
So let me try. Let me see if I can explain.
Okay.
First of all, presenting my own. First of all, the point of the bag is peace. That's the point of the bag.
So it's a peace bag. It ain't a simp bag.
Oh no, it's a simp bag, but it's a piece.
No, that's a simp bag. That's absolutely a simp bag. Her piece. No, not my piece. Her piece. Right? And her piece sometimes is supposed to equal my piece. Sometimes.
Okay.
That's a Simp's mentality. I can tell you the former Simp. That's a Simp's mentality. Right? No, because I never denied that. Because
let him tell. I want to know what in the bag.
Yeah, because you're thinking, okay, let me pull this out and let me do this thing. And if I do this thing and she's happy and she's at peace, eventually, even though I'm not happy and at peace right now, later on I'll probably be happy and at peace.
What's the thing? Though?
It's a lot of things. So number one,
come on.
Ignoring things that don't make no sense.
You mean things that bother you, or let's just
say that could be a task, that could be a statement, that say, do this, go here, be that. And I pull out the bag. You know what? For peace sake, instead of me resisting that, I'm going to pull out my ignoring that thing, and I'm just going to say, okay, I'm going to do it, even though it don't logically make sense to me. I'm going to pull that out.
You're going to do what? Or are you just going to ignore? Is the simp?
I'm going to ignore it and do whatever it is she say without any resistance or any rebuttal, without any discussion.
Okay.
Right?
Going to give up ground.
Even though I know
what she's saying don't make no sense.
I don't mean stupid, I don't mean stupid.
Right.
What I mean is it's not applicable. That's what I mean. Right?
Okay.
Or there's a better way to do it, or I know better. And even though I know better, I'm not going to say anything, because if I say something, there's going to be a problem. So I take my little zipper. I have a little zipper that you put on like that, and you take the zipper out and you put it there, and you be quiet.
Okay.
And you say,
what I gather from that, and if that's in the bag that says happy wife, happy life. So then what I gather from that is a simp is someone whose mission is simply to only make their wife happy, no matter
No, a
their own
female.
happiness.
A female in general.
Right. Okay. To make the woman happy,
Mhm.
disregarding their own happiness.
Disregarding their own happiness.
Disregarding their own peace, happiness, logic.
That's so sad.
It is, but
We said this before. We said this a long time ago.
No, but this no. Okay.
Did you hear the story I told with the girl and the thing?
Yes. All
Wasn't that a
Even-
sad story?
But it was a sad story. Let me tell you all. This is why. Like when I ask questions, it don't be to be petty. It literally is be for understanding. So putting it like it's clicked.
We're gonna have to do a whole show about this bag, Because here's what else is in the bag. Here's what else is in the bag.
We had a list one time.
What's in the
Here's what else is in the bag, and this is why. See, now you're starting to understand, and I hope you spread the word. This is why we call Will Smith a simp. This is the reason why.
Yes.
Okay. When he laughed at her joke, when he laughed at the joke,
I could
you
see
understand that?
Okay.
I do. It makes it. I get it. I've heard. Listen, what I'm saying is, I've heard y'all use the term simp many times. I listened to the story, and you're like, okay, that was just simp in era. But this is the first time
he said that. He said
him.
that.
But this is the first time.
Don't worry, I'm gonna save his stories for another time.
Like a full.
I'm gonna save his stories for another time. I just let him get away with it, I'm gonna save his stories.
Now, let me tell you all, simping is God.
Everything cool. Everything cool, bro. I take the roasting, man. Everything cool.
What you saying, Aunt?
I'm just saying it clicked. It makes sense. Now I can see why y'all would refer to him as a simp, because in that moment, even though I feel like, okay, if that's what they agree on, that's what they fine with, cool. But in the moment, he did not seem happy.
All right.
So it looked like he was putting,
Look at this. All right. Let me break it down. The slap? 1 minute, right? Here's the thing, right?
No. I was meaning at the table.
Did you ever? Okay, so if you go back 15, 20 years ago, when Will and Jada was dating or just married or whatever, if you
social media,
if you Google pictures of them, right? Every single picture, he's presenting her. He's literally in pictures like this. Hey, there she go. Hey. But here's the thing.
Okay, I'll wait.
I'm finished. But here's the thing. When it comes to the flip side, to him, right? Every chance she gets, she talks shit about her.
She's threw that boy under the bus. You ain't no Tupac.
Let's be honest. What's the last movie you could remember Jada was in?
Girls Trip.
That
was a big movie. That was a big movie.
It was a big movie. It was Tiffany Haddish breakout movie.
Point is, she is no Will Smith. Point is,
but she don't need to be.
True.
So dropping
nobody is Will Smith right now in the industry.
But why, if that's what makes sense to their marriage?
But to me, that shouldn't be like.
I'm just trying to tell you what a simp is.
I got.
I'm just trying to tell you.
I wanted to clear up something.
Is, like,
okay, go ahead, Doc.
Let me clear up something Ann said about the table. Just real quick. Honestly, at the table, because you said she wasn't happy at the table, right? When they were doing we're talking about when they were doing the red table interview.
Wait, who wasn't happy?
Jada.
You were implying that Jada wasn't happy. She didn't look happy.
No. What I'm saying is, I could see why y'all referred to him as that, because he did not look happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he looked uncomfortable like a mofo.
The eyes don't lie.
Yeah, he looked defeated.
Yeah, he looked uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I got you. And I mean, at the table, I actually got the impression that he's a little mad too.
Yeah.
He was mad. He was mad.
I don't think
She was
I
mad.
don't think he expected that. I mean, I don't know for sure, but it didn't seem. It seemed like they were talking kind of freely, and maybe he knew what the topic was, but they went into somewhere that they wasn't really going into. Now they still married. And that's great. That's beautiful. And if they happy, really, who cares? But
Right.
we had to discuss it, right?
Yeah.
True.
I wanted to say something that stood out to me from the live, from Harrison's live last
Who
night.
the
Harrison
Who's
Thompson.
Harrison Thompson, man, he's a very good therapist. Very
He's
good.
a therapist, and he does a lot of couples therapies. He
Good,
said,
good.
men who want, and I'm just putting my own words here, men who want their woman to think like a man must want a man, and they need to stop liking man.
Who said that?
Harrison.
But I said that too.
Yeah, you did. You did
I
say
have
it.
said that on here. Correct.
But
I agree.
But what
I think we should say it more often.
Yeah.
Because because what that said to me is because for the life of me, when I am trying to assert a point that I believe is as plain as day, because I'm in my logical mind, right? It only makes sense. And I'm trying to say to a female, you can't see how this makes sense. That is a time when I am expecting her to think logically like me.
Yeah. Keep thinking.
And that's what I shouldn't do.
Pause
because women don't think logically. They think dumbness.
That's not true. That's foolishness.
I'm joking. I only say
that's wild. Okay, so I guess Dyson is just trying to be entertaining right now.
Yes, I was only saying that for entertainment purposes. In entertainment purposes, I do not believe that. I do not believe that.
I know I should have backed out of the show. I know it for sure.
But Doc, JP, and sometimes in some conversations, I have to think that way. I have to believe that it is impossible for the female I'm talking to, and a number of occasions, the female I'm talking to is incapable of thinking logically.
Dyson, let's be real. Let's be real. Logic does not mean correct.
It's true.
Because you can be logical and be wrong.
But we're talking about the my truth situation here now.
That flips both ways. That flips both ways. Emotional doesn't mean incorrect. Right?
Correct.
True.
Correct.
True.
So it goes a little bit both ways. So just because you're thinking logical doesn't mean that you're correct. And I always try to make sure that I'm correct. I don't like to speak if I'm not correct. So usually when I'm speaking, I know I don't need to stop speaking because I already decided I'm correct.
Oh boy, ain't that the truth?
Right. So, but in all fairness, what I'm trying to say is, if I was to give you some advice, Dyson, when you're in a situation like that, it's difficult. It's not easy. It's not easy, and it takes practice. But if you realize, if you feel like what she's saying is what you said it was, coming from an emotional place instead of what you determine as logic, you have to be fit. It depends on the level of the relationship too. If it's a little relationship, who cares, right? But if it's a meaningful relationship, then like Mr. What's his name again?
Harrison.
Like Harrison said, you can't expect her to think inherently like you do. That's something women have to acquire. The same way we have to acquire the way of thinking or leading with emotion. We have to acquire that, right? So I'm saying, learn it. If the relationship means anything, learn it.
Right.
Understand your partner. Understand your partner.
All day.
It's simping if you put feelings, happiness, and sanity on the back burner just for her when you know
Yeah.
that's not the right thing to do. That's
Yeah.
simple.
Yep.
Absolutely. 100%.
100%. 100%.
Now, women do it, and they may have another term for it. When women do that, because men can be abusive too, but,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, men can take advantage of women as well, who will
Yes.
do any and everything for them that they say, of course.
Correct.
So the term may be something else, but for us, it's simple.
Great. Great.
Got it. You got it. You got it, man.
I thought
There
I
you
had
go.
it.
You got it. That's
I
it.
think y'all lose me again. Because
Oh
now
Lord.
Dyson say woman them only is think dumbness.
That's not what me. Rewind the tape. Not me.
Don't listen to that boy.
Me.
What?
And you all thought I was a bad one. Is that boy right there?
That's not my truth.
Mm-mm. I think it depends on the situation. A
No.
woman don't even need the feelings, the emotion, the nothing. Just give us the straight facts.
Yeah.
If anything, cut the chase, get to the meat. Like, what are we doing?
Listen, this is why I always say, right? Remember in our early show before Ants came aboard, right? I always said this to certain men. Silence is golden, bro. I said that a lot. Silence is golden. And the reason why I say silence is golden when it comes to a man, right? Silence is golden that everything you don't have to respond to. Sometimes you just need to be quiet and walk away. And then sometimes, not all the time, sometimes she will sit in her feelings that don't make no sense at the time and just figure out what she was saying or doing was just crazy.
That's so rude.
No, it's not rude.
It is.
It's not rude. Well, why is it rude? Please
rude.
elaborate.
Because if she's saying something to you or wants your opinion on something,
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, see, you didn't give context. So what's
That's
the
not what I'm
context?
talking about.
What did you
I'm
walk
talking
away from?
I'm talking about something like what Dr. Kent Bazard said a while ago when he said that if it's something that you know is absurd, right? And guess what? More often than not, she knows it's absurd too. She's just trying to see how far she can push you.
What he's talking about is closing the argument, just saying, this is the end of the argument. I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, like a disagreement. Okay, so an argument he walked away from.
Not all the time an argument. Sometimes some request is just absurdly out there. No, sometimes a request from a female is so absurdly out there that you know she's shit testing you. She's testing you, bro. You know this. You feel this. And you know what's so funny? She knows this as well. She knows it. Don't sit here and think that only the men pick up on this. Females know exactly, and even you. I don't care what you tell me on the show. I don't care if you say the same face. You know when you come in at your significant other on some bullshit just to see how far you can push the bullshit and see his response. I don't care what you tell me. All women do it. This one sitting right next to me, she do it all the time. Trust me on that.
All women don't do it. That's not true.
Sure. No, that's not.
That's not true.
You want to know something? I will take your word for it 100% if I could hear from the other perspective.
Hey, bring him on as a guest.
No. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Hold on. Here's one caveat, though. Right? He could come on as a guest, and that's fine. But he got to speak truthfully and not with the mindset that if he says something wrong, when the show was all said and done, now you got to pay for what he say on the show to the world.
Oh, so I'll lead by saying my husband is my friend first. So,
but we're not talking about that.
My point is, so whatever truth or whatever his opinion is that he shares, there won't be repercussions for his opinion.
But I can guarantee you he will say that there are things and requests that you would say that he don't totally 100% agree with. Guarantee it. And if you say, well, every request you call me, that's just a lie. That's a bold-faced lie because nobody, male or female, says anything that's 100%. No problem. No one.
Well, guess what?
Watch this now. What?
Guess what? If there's a request that someone is asking their partner and the partner don't acknowledge it or shut it down or whatever it is, then that's on them. Because what may seem irrational or ridiculous or isn't worth your attention may not be the same for the person asking.
But that's not what I'm saying right now.
So what are you
That's
saying?
not what,
That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying.
understood. Well, I guess I misunderstood.
You totally misunderstood. What I'm saying is that you sometimes, not all, at some point in time, all females, or a large majority amount of females,
Not all people.
know exactly. But we ain't talking about. We talking about relationships here. We talking about what a simp is. We talking about what a simp is. Simplifies, right?
Right.
You guys know exactly what you're saying to shit test your husband or your significant other.
No.
All right, good. Whatever.
No.
Whatever.
No.
Watch this.
No,
Guys,
it's just not for her.
Yeah,
it's just not for her.
So let me go. Hold on. So out of a million relationships, she's a unicorn.
No.
Out of a
But
million
here's the thing. Here's the thing that we often.
Go ahead.
Come on.
Here's the thing that we often forget about aunts. Aunt says this a lot of times, and we kind of just let it glide out of out of our thoughts.
Check me. Let me mute.
Aunt says often that she hasn't always been that way.
Bro, it don't matter what I say often or whenever. I'm telling you, right? As long as she's a female, right? She is a lie. And when she get emotional, she will say some silly shit. And when she says some silly shit, right?
Lies.
Lies.
Lies. If anything, listen to me. Listen to me. Y'all do not respectfully. Y'all don't have to believe me, but I don't even.
hard to believe, but if it's true,
this is something y'all should have even observed with me. I don't even like back and forth.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Myself. No, the point I'm making is I'm not. I run off of facts.
But that's not what we talking about, though.
Y'all, okay,
you getting it wrong still. I'm saying.
I know. I don't purposely ask no questions just to see how far I.
That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about little things that every couple does, right? Every couple does.
She ain't do it yet, then. She ain't do it yet.
Probably. You can say I ain't do it yet, but please. Please. I mean, there are legit, real things that people have going on and dealing with. Who have time to be coming up with a bogus scenario or situation or question just to see how far I can push my husband? That's ridiculous. But my point is, he is saying that it's intentional.
Can I ask a question? No? Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Let me ask a question. And answer me for true.
Okay.
Y'all go back and forth. Y'all go back and forth.
Yeah.
You've been married for 10 years? How much years?
6.
23 years. 6 years. You've never asked your husband to do something you know he don't want to do?
No.
Wow.
Not even watch a show.
No.
Not even watch a show.
That he don't want that. Wait a minute. Pause. That I know that he doesn't want to do. Now here's what I will say.
Hold on. Let me clarify my question. You know, he either don't want to do it, or he doesn't agree with the way you're asking him to do it, or he thinks there's a better way, but he's going to do it anyway. You've never. That's never.
Okay. So let me say this. So what I can say is when two people come together, like you all know, you are learning each other. Okay. So you have two lives that are merging. There are things that may have came up where he told me, hey, I didn't like that, or I'm not going for that, or such and such, and it never happened again. But in the space of it, it wasn't me intentionally doing it or saying it to see how far I could push him. It was literally in the space of learning him and him learning me, and I had to do the same things too. But all I'm saying is, like, I don't even see the point behind just purposefully asking someone something just to see how far you could push them. I feel like it's a waste of time.
And I want you to know that is not the majority. It's not. The majority is the opposite. I'm sorry. It just is. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's
you're extremely special young lady.
I'm
Extremely
telling
precious.
y'all, I feel like there are much more women
No,
out there that think
but not the
just like
majority.
me.
Absolutely,
No,
absolutely not. I'm
no,
not saying that's
no,
not true. I'm not saying
no.
that's
It's
not
not
true because
nothing
my
like that.
wife is a gem herself. But
See?
I'm just saying, that's not the usual. It's not.
That's not the norm.
It's not the usual. Any man will tell you that. That's not the usual. If you
And
don't
that's what
believe,
I'm
I
saying right now.
know.
poll some men who you know in your life, some random men. Just poll them and see if that's ever happened. Poll them. Because you wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't. I don't want to say our truth. Let me say our truth. If it wasn't our truth, let me say it.
My truth.
If it
You're
wasn't our
speaking
truth,
my truth here, guys. My truth.
if it
And you
wasn't our
absolutely
truth,
do it.
but I have never, never,
I,
never,
I,
never been in a relationship with any female that has not tried to ask me to either do something, be something, go somewhere, stop doing
Yeah.
something, start doing something
I'm telling you.
that she knew that I had a resistance to in my head. That she knew that I would say, you know what? I know he don't want to do it. I know he don't want to be it. I know he don't want to go with me this place, but I'm gonna ask him anyway.
Anyway. Mm-mm.
And you
And
say
once
you've
again,
never done that? That's
hold on,
amazing.
hold on a minute.
Intentionally.
Hold on,
I
That's
hold
haven't
on.
amazing.
done that intentionally after the
But here's
first
the thing.
okay.
time of
Okay.
learning
Here's the
that
thing,
that's
though.
not something that,
That's
And here's the
amazing.
wants
thing,
or
though.
likes.
That's
What you
amazing.
just said, what you said just now, Ken, is very important, right? From the female's perspective, right? But here's the thing: the female will never ever know if she's doing that or not if the male don't tell her anything.
But I
That is
just
true.
said after he told me, I
That's true.
never did those things. But what you guys are saying is, even after she knows that you don't like these or don't want to go this place or what, she'll still ask or still push to have you do something that she knows you don't like or want to do. That's what I'm saying that I do not do.
To me, it
You
don't
know
matter
what
if
you
you
may
do it
be
once or
experiencing
multiple
though?
times. It's
What
something
may
that
what what I may be experiencing?
You may be experiencing a relationship
There
with
he go.
someone
Hmm.
who wants to do everything he can to make you happy.
Oh, happy wife, happy life.
Definitely not. Or I may just be experiencing someone.
They say definitely
Oh,
no,
not.
hey, hold
Dyson.
on, hold on,
Dyson,
hold
I
on,
don't
hold on,
agree. I
hold
don't
on.
agree with
What's
that,
it?
Dyson.
What's it?
Maybe.
I don't agree with
What's
that.
it?
I don't think so
Hold
because
on.
he's
What?
told me things he don't
Hey,
like.
but guess
Okay.
I don't.
what? But guess what though? I have heard in our little group chat where we get along, where the term happy wife, happy life has been thrown around from you know who.
Not me.
Not from you. I didn't say that. I didn't say from you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say from you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
so
anyway,
I
here's
don't agree with that, Dyson. I think that it's quite possible for two people to enter into a relationship and not have to address the same thing twice. I think that's possible. I think if you have two people who conduct themselves in a certain manner, I think that's quite possible. I'm not that's not the question. Just to be clear, that we're not saying that you've never or the other partner has never uh, uh, um, done anything wrong or said anything wrong. We're being very specific, a very
Mm,
specific behavior that is extremely common, usually in the female sex. Men do it too from time to time, but it's
Hmm.
extremely common in the female sex. They'll be like, I know he's watching the game, and I know he didn't like me to bother him when he's watching the game, but I'm going to bother him anyway with this thing instead of waiting until after the game because I want him
Exactly.
to do this thing now.
Yep.
And you can't tell
There you
me
go.
most women don't
Yeah.
think like that.
Yeah. I'm
Most
telling you.
women think like that.
And you
Most,
may
not
I,
some,
and you
I,
may
I,
do it right, and you
not
may
you know what?
do
some,
it without knowing that.
not
You
some.
may do it.
I've watched my
Just
mom do it to my
don't
dad.
know.
I've watched
Same
my
here.
aunts do it to my uncle.
Same
I've watched my
here.
sisters do it to my
Same
brother-in-law.
here.
It,
Same
it,
here.
and most
That's
of the
your
time, them,
environment.
and most of the time, it ain't even simple at this point. Most of the time, men just say, "All right, okay, let me." Most of the time, that's what it is.
Mm-mm. Well, I'm grateful that
I
I'm
lie.
married to someone who will speak up for themselves because no means no.
Tell me I lie.
Yeah, I lie.
But
Never
again,
lie. There's never lie.
again, awesomeness.
I
This guy,
literally said to Jada, that's it. I retire. I
Yeah,
retire
whatever, man.
from trying to make you happy. I
Yeah,
need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. And after we cracked the hell up, we started talking about, we came into this
No.
Well,
Why
false romantic concept that somehow when we got married that we would become one. And what we realized is that we were two completely separate people on two completely separate individual journeys, and that we were choosing to walk our separate journeys together. But her happiness was her responsibility, and my happiness was my responsibility.
Yeah, well, shut the hell up, boy.
He's right.
I'm half and half on that, but he is on to one thing, in my opinion. My humble 21 years of marriage coming up opinion is that is important when you have an argument that you come out on the other side better.
Yeah.
That's very important. If you're going to be in a relationship, a long-term relationship, you have to master the art of arguing. Like you got to master it, and you got to be able to come out on the opposite side of that argument, no matter how long it takes. The relationship should be better. If it's not getting better and it's getting worse, then you're heading on the wrong path. So if they're getting better, going through all this drama, good for them.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I think we've been out of time. But
Y'all
seemingly,
think we'll ever like sit there and wonder like, wait, when August was blowing my wife back out, right? Hold on. Like when he was there blowing my wife back out,
It's been
right?
the end of the show, Dyson.
Oh no! Let me say my piece. You ever think you sit there and be like, you know what? When August was blowing my wife back out, right? When it slipped out, she grabbed it and put it back in. You think you have to worry about one of that?